Hi everybody, Mary is with you and I've missed you all terribly. Today I'll be testing out a new video format for my channel subscribers and answering your interesting questions. If you like this format, we can do it again from time to time in the future. Today I'm going to answer these 10 questions from my subscribers. So let's get started. Question number 1. I have contact with an Ukrainian woman who is always asking for money because she is in occupied territory. How true is it that she is at risk fleeing from occupied zone? In order to give you a more precise answer, I need more information. In which exact region of Ukraine is your girlfriend located? How close is she to the front line? Does she have an opportunity to evacuate? The answers to these questions will help me assess the situation more objectively. If it's located in a region where military clashes and battles are directly taking place, it can be very risky and many residents either move out of such places in advance using green corridors or stay in cellars. But more often than not, elderly people refuse to leave their homes until the last minute. Therefore, I recommend to find out the specific town and village where the Ukrainian woman is located and see how close she is to the collision line. But even this will not give you an exact answer. At the moment, residents of such cities as Kherson, Zaporizhia and Kharkiv, which are very close to the borders of the confrontation between the AFU and Russian troops, can leave these regions without any problems. In many frontline cities, there are periods of calm, or only certain regions of the city are shelled. Therefore, everything is individual, and it's a pity that you didn't specify the exact place where it's located. I don't know your girlfriend, where you met and how you met her, but the fact that she asks you for money regularly is a very worrying sign. Of course, there are different situations and you can't generalize, but from my experience and what you say, it's likely that the girl is using you, as nowadays many scammers give similar reasons to get money. Question number 2 and 3. I decided to combine them into one. I'm man living in the USA, Korean guy. Can I get married with Ukrainian woman? And will they date black people? Here everything depends on the specific preferences of a particular girl. Older girls who are easily attracted to guys of any other races in Ukraine are fewer than the majority who are attracted to men of European appearance, which also includes American and Europeans. But in general, yes, they are there and you can find them, just the sample will be smaller. In the last 5 years in Ukraine, there are more young girls who are attracted to Korean guys, because we have Korean dramas and girls sympathize with Korean guys. Right now, there is a young couple living in the neighboring entrance of my apartment complex where the guy is Korean and the girl is Ukrainian. The situation is similar with black people. There are quite conservative girls who consider men exclusively, as we say, European appearance. But there are also those who like dark-skinned men. For example, I had a friend who was fascinated by black guys and wanted to marry a black guy because she liked the American singer Tyga. There are pros and cons to this. On the one hand, you will have to go through a larger number of Slavic girls to find those who will be sympathetic to you outwardly. On the other hand, when you find a Slavic girl who is attracted to a man of your type, you will be out of competition and she will be delighted with you. Question number 4. What type of Ukrainian woman are you? If you're asking based on my video about types of women, the main category I would personally put myself in is category 4, Interracial, with a dash of 2, natural. For me, some of the main values in life, besides freedom, are my development and realization. Since my first job, I have always been striving to grow in my career, and several times I grew to management position until I became involved in entrepreneurship and business. I have had different entrepreneurial projects. I really value my independence financially and respecting personal boundaries. I don't like it when anyone, male or female, pushes me around without argument. Yeah, I'm very receptive to constructive opinions, facts, and arguments. I don't strive for equality in relationships, but it's important for me to lean on the idea that my man himself is capable of making the most rational and best decision. It's also important to me that my reasoned opinion be heard and taken into account. I know how to admit when I'm wrong. I need my man to always be more stress-resistant, psychology and mentally stronger than me so that I could admire him. Almost every Slavic woman of traditional views needs her man to be stronger than her in all respects. I like to find optimal and effective solutions to complex issues. At the same time, I'm very demanding to myself and to others, and often can be indignant at poor quality of work or service, as I know that I would not allow it myself. I find it difficult to have long conversations on superficial topics and keep up with small talk. I like to get into deep conversations, reflections, discussions on different topics, discuss ideas. That said, I am a proponent of natural beauty. I usually don't follow modern trends and currents. I am categorically against tattoos, pumped up lips, and artificial breasts in myself. Therefore, I put myself in these two categories, intellectual and natural. Question number 5. I'd like to find out a bit more about Mary, maybe some questions about what are your hobbies, what music do you listen to, nothing too personal, but some things you like. Thank you, it makes me very happy that someone is interested in knowing something about me. I classify myself as an introvert. Instead of noisy parties, I prefer to socialize in a small circle of people close to me, except for some exceptions like Halloween, birthday, and New Year's Eve. I go only to concerts with classical music. My favorite performer is Ludovico Einaudi. In my free time, I like to read or listen to self-development book and walk a lot in the park. My biggest passion is traveling, and I dream of learning ancient Greek because I admire the ancient philosophers of Greece, and in particular the emperor and stoic Marcus Aurelius. I practice stoicism and love psychology and sociology. I really love board games, so I have an entire collection of them at home. I also sing, and recently in a community, links were shared to short excerpts from songs where I sing in both Ukrainian and English. Before the war, I often recorded different videos with covers of songs. I had an idea to try to develop as a singer, but I had to postpone it for better times because of the start of the war. I'm a pretty disciplined person. I try to eat right on regular basis. I don't eat meat except fish for ethical reasons, but I don't impose my opinion on anyone. I control my sugar intake. I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't smoke, and I exercise every day. This is probably the most basic thing that immediately comes to mind. If you have any more questions about me, feel free to ask them in the comments below this video. Guys, I saw when I started editing this video is 21 minutes long, so for your convenience I decided to split it into 2 parts, since I'm not sure if you have the time and desire to watch 21 minutes of one video. This was the first part with the first 5 questions, and right after this video I will post the second part for you with the remaining 5 questions.